dominated the 1990s with his cool demeanor and impressive physique. But Nash's road to superstardom wasn't without potholes.
I think my first memory of Kevin Nash was when he was Oz in WCW. It was pretty wild. You know, he came out of this big castle, like straight out of fairy tale books or something, with this big mask on, the gray hair, and huge dude.
I wrestled Kevin when he was Oz. Kevin was in WCW trying out different things, and well, none of them really worked, but it was a learning process, and he was very smart. You know, he kept the good things, got rid of the bad things. So he made the most of it.
Kevin, in my view, was totally miscast in the early days of WCW. And Kevin couldn't carry the ball in the roles that were being forced upon him.
Don't make me have to get a couple of my friends come out to your house and drag you out here.
I remember I was at home one time watching WCW Saturday Night, and this guy Vinny Vegas came out, and he was making me laugh. And I went to Vince McMahon one day, and bing bada boom, Kev's walking out with me the next week on Raw. Shawn Michaels and his insurance policy, my bodyguard.
Reigning Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels, his big bodyguard, and I mean this guy is awesome, is Diesel.
Nobody touches Diesel. Nobody touches the champion. Examples will be made today, tonight, and any other time. The champion touch, Diesel will be there. Guaranteed.
Shawn Michaels' bodyguard, and there was nobody better than Shawn Michaels, so anybody who hung out with Shawn Michaels was cool with me.
Shane McMahon is the one that gave Kevin Nash the name Diesel, and that was his persona. Kevin Nash became his own entity, and yes, Kevin Nash became a major star, and yes, he became the WWE champion with a quick, resounding victory in Madison Square Garden over Bob Backlund. But you got to also understand who launched that big ship. That was Shawn Michaels. The combination of the two really was magic. They liked each other. They were personal friends. They were on the same page professionally. They traveled together, always brainstorming.
Kevin Nash just has this intangible charisma that the crowd attaches to. They identify with it. Everybody just loves Diesel.
Diesel and Shawn, along with Scott Hall and Triple H, were known as The Click. That relationship was compromised by a lucrative offer from WCW. Nash said goodbye to his friend Shawn and headed south.
You've been sitting out here for 6 months running your mouth.
I think the move for Kevin Nash into WCW, and when it unfolded the way it did, and Kevin Nash through Eric Bischoff, through a stage, and a number of other things happened to kind of develop that group, it did have an impact.
Kevin Nash and Scott Hall made a huge impact at WCW as the Outsiders, and they further enhanced their career by joining with Hulk Hogan to form the NWO.
The new world order is taking over professional wrestling.
That was like a catalyst, really, for things to sway in favor of WCW.
Kevin Nash, NWO, is just who
the NWO phenomenon really sparked competition between the two companies and brought wrestling to a new height.
The WWE fans from the 80s were growing up, and they were maybe a little bit disillusioned, maybe even sick of some of the cartoonish aspects of the WWE, and they were looking for something else. They probably didn't know what they were looking for, but they found it when they turned Nitro on that one day, and then it just ignited such a ratings war of the likes we haven't seen since. It's just a great time to be a wrestling fan.
NWO, Kevin Nash, they had big impact, and all of a sudden, the landscape changed at WCW, and then there got to be divisions within the NWO.
You guys came into the business, you strip-mined it, you took what you could get out of it, and you left the young guys behind you nothing.
Eventually, a power struggle ensued between Nash and Hogan as they battled for control of the NWO. Nash broke away to lead the NWO Wolfpack.
But everybody knows that the heart and soul of the NWO is the Wolfpack. Everything's at stake here tonight. Everything. Goldberg Goldberg's streak, Goldberg's title, Nash's reputation, all on the line here. Oh, jackknife powerbomb! Could this be it? 1, 2, 3. The streak is over. 173-1. Kevin Nash is crowned World Heavyweight Champion.
Goldberg was much hotter at the time he lost to Nash than Bob Backlund was at the time he lost to Nash in the Garden. So when Kevin beat Goldberg, that was huge.
For a company to stand behind him, like the WWE did, and for them to do the same in Atlanta at WCW, what more can you say?
Kevin Nash exuded this superstar charisma. I mean, the way he talked and walked, he just had a lot of appeal, and he really went against the grain. Kevin Nash kind of walked his own path, and I think his popularity with the fans took him to championship levels in both companies.
He's one of the top players without question. He was a catalyst and was involved in some of the biggest nights of the 90s. You can't look at the top stars of the 90s without including Kevin Nash. And you really can't do it honestly without putting Kevin Nash toward the top of the list.